All right, you guys. So, as you can see, I got a cat ball. I got the K2 meter, the Flux 2, the REM pod. We are running Spirit Talker. Here's a better look at the doll. Doesn't she look creepy? All right, so let's go ahead. Ooh, big spikes off the K2 right there. Look at that. I guess let's go ahead and get started. Hello, my name is Mikey. Is there any spirits here that would like to communicate?
You must trust us.
You must trust us. Is there multiple spirits attached to this doll? Once again, my name is Mikey. If there's any spirits attached to this doll, you can come forward. And I'm not here to harm you in any way, shape, or form. If you have a story you would like to tell me, you can go ahead and do so. Is there something attached to this doll? I see that K2 meter going off. What is your name? There's a little spike off the K2 right there. You take your time and use your energy. You do not have to be afraid.
You shouldn't be here.
You shouldn't be here. Now, I don't know if that's a spirit talking to me directly or if it's another spirit talking to the spirit that's inside the doll saying, hey, you shouldn't be here. I don't know. That's kind of strange. Well, big spikes on the K2 right there. If there is something attached to this doll, can you give me a sign? Cat ball right there, guys. Thank you. Is that you telling me that you are attached to this doll? K2 meter?
I'm just a ghost.
I'm just a ghost. Well, does this ghost have a name? My name is Mikey. So I think it's safe to say at this point, guys, we have made contact with something. Couple validations saying that there is something attached to this doll. Was this your doll? Maybe you had this doll before you passed away? What can you tell me about yourself? Quite a few spikes on the K2 meter. It seems like something's definitely trying to come through. They might just be having trouble. Do you have a story you would like to share with me? Would you like to share with me how you died?
Cursed.
Cursed. You know, it's kind of weird, guys, because every single response I've gotten so far has been something negative, you know? It's really making me think if there's something negative possibly attached to this thing and it's just not willing to open up. I swear to God, it sounded like that thing just growled. I don't know if you guys heard that. I swear it sounded like that doll just growled. Whoa, big spikes on the K2.
I was a warrior.
What is your name? Said I was a warrior. Is there something negative attached to this doll? K2 meter. Cat ball. Same exact time. Is that you confirming that there is something negative here? I do not wish. Whoa, K2 meter. Look at that. I do not wish to communicate with anything negative. Alright, it just says something and I missed it. You are intelligent. The same time the Flux 2 went to green. Wow, that's pretty crazy. REM pod. Cat ball at the same exact time. Look at that. Thank you so much. That's pretty incredible right there. So it looks like we got multiple validations saying that there is something negative here. It even says that I'm intelligent. You know, that's pretty funny that, you know, I started saying all that stuff. It says that I'm intelligent. And then again, you got all these devices just confirming. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that whatever this is does not feel fully comfortable with just
Hear us whisper.
hear us whisper. Okay, that's a pretty weird response. So I'm pretty sure this thing doesn't feel like it's comfortable enough to just open up to me like that. But these responses are starting to get wild, guys. Hear us whisper. That's pretty crazy because I said earlier that I thought I heard that thing growl. Was that you that I heard growl? It's like a sign of dominance or something, you know? And it's like the more I sit here and ask questions, the more this thing starts to open up a little bit. Am I in danger? K2 meter. Was that a yes?
Robinson.
Robinson. Was that your last name? What is your first name? Whoa. Stacy. Stacy Robinson. Is that your name? Flux 2. Whoa, big spikes. Thank you. Whoa, another big spike. Well, thank you, Stacy. Are you a spirit of a child?
Francis.
Francis. I've gotten that name before. Lord, it just said I was treated bad. Some of these responses are not being said, guys. I don't know why it does that from time to time. But Francis is actually a name that we've gotten before in the past. That's one of the spirits that actually stays here at the house. So that's pretty interesting. I've gotten that name over the years multiple times. So maybe Francis is acting like a guardian angel and trying to protect me if there is something negative here that's attached to this stall. REM pod again. Look at that, guys. Wow, right when I said that.
Children want to speak.
What? Children want to speak. REM pod again. Are you trying to tell me that there's a child attached to this doll? Stacy, are you a child? I don't know, guys. For some reason, I don't believe that. I really don't. I feel like there is something here that's trying to trick me, you know, because I think that's kind of ironic that I was talking about that earlier, you know, and now these are the responses that I'm starting to get. I feel like this thing is very intelligent. And that even goes back to that response that I got saying that I was anarchy. That goes back to the response that I got saying that I was intelligent. Now I don't know if that was a spirit telling the spirit inside the doll, like, oh, you're a genius, you know? And it wasn't even talking to me at all. I don't know. This is starting to get pretty crazy, guys. I had a huge spike on that K2 meter just a second ago. Who is this? Who am I communicating with? I do not believe you're a little girl named Stacy. Is there a demon here? Is there a demon attached to this doll? Whoa, big spikes on the K2. Another big spike. Is this a demon? Green, big spikes. Look at that. That's wild too, because I even told you guys I heard a growl come from that freaking doll right there. I'm sure if you listen back with headphones, you'll be able to hear it. I don't know.
I was hiding.
I was hiding. I don't know how well it picked it up on camera though. I was hiding. How did you die, Stacy? If you're a little girl, how did you die?
Baby.
Baby. Wow, you died as a baby? Whoa, huge. Look at that. It's going all the way to red. You died as a baby. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. Guys, that's freaking crazy. REM pod again, guys. Look at that. Wow, you died as a baby. Alright guys, I had to run in really quickly. While I did that, I actually left Spirit Talker running. I got some crazy responses while I was gone. Let me go ahead and read you this stuff off. So right there it says, I'm attached to the forest, hiding 1810, honest, I'm glad you're here.
Can you play music?
Can you play music? Yeah, I can play music. I play guitar.
You are understood.
You are understood. Oh,
Died.
But yeah, I play guitar. I can play music. Died. I don't know, guys. There's something really freaky deaky about this doll right here. So once again, I'm attached to the forest, 1810, honest, I'm glad you're here, can you play music, you are understood, and died. That's freaking crazy. And like I said, I had to run inside, so a few of those responses came through while I was gone because I forgot to pause Spirit Talker. What do you mean that you're attached to the forest?
Two ladies here.
Two ladies here. Okay. So it said ladies, so I'm going to take it as they're not children. Even if Stacy is a child. Are these ladies evil? Is that a yes? Can you spike that K2 meter for me again? Like really put it up to like yellow? Or touch the REM pod for me?
A blade ended my life.
What? A blade ended my life. Yes. Holy shit, dude. Big spikes. A blade ended your life. You were stabbed? Now we're getting somewhere, guys. Wow, that's actually kind of sad. So what is the negative energy that is here surrounding this doll, or is it surrounding you? You know what, guys? I just thought of this. The negativity could be coming from her because she feels like she didn't have a fair chance at life as she died at such a young age, you know? Which, to be fair, I would feel the same way. I'm sure everybody would. I don't know. This one's very confusing. It's hard to put a finger on it, you know? I don't know exactly what we're dealing with here. But these responses are pretty impressive, you know? And I mean, a lot of them are being backed up with the devices. Double confirmation of all this stuff. That's pretty wild. Were you murdered? Look at that. Thank you.
Hilda.
Hilda. Is that one of the ladies that's here with you? Big spike. Is Hilda the evil entity that's here? Maybe she's still trying to get after you in the afterlife? That's pretty freaking interesting, guys. Alright, well, I can't stay out here too much longer, okay? I want to say thank you so much for communicating with me tonight. You cannot attach to me or any of my equipment. You cannot go inside. You must stay out here. I do look forward to speaking to you again and getting more of the story out of you, so thank you. I will definitely be back and talk to you again. I greatly appreciate all the information you gave to me. May God bless you. Alright guys, so I'm in the process of turning everything off. The very last response I got was sinister. If that would focus better, I don't think it's going to. But yeah, right when I was turning the camera off and everything, the last response I got is sinister. Just pretty freaking crazy. Alright, you guys. Well, it seems like we are dealing with a lot with this investigation and with this doll in particular. I do feel like there is something negative still lurking around this doll, whether or not this is a spirit of a child or whoever we're speaking with. Once the spirit opened up, I really started believing what it was saying. I am going to do a part 2 with this doll to try to dig a little deeper into the story, so you guys stay tuned for that. But I want to hear you sound off down below in the comments. Tell me what you think. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to keep it spooky, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.